Vivo iQOO Pro 5G was released in September 2019. The phone comes with a 6.41-inch Super AMOLED touchscreen display with an aspect ratio of 19.5:9. It is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 Plus 7nm processor. It comes with 8GB of RAM. As far as the cameras are concerned, the Vivo iQOO Pro 5G on the rear packs triple camera setup consisting of a 48MP main shooter and a 13MP ultra-wide lens and another 2MP depth sensor. There is a single 12MP camera on the front for selfies. This device runs Android 9.0 Pie and packs 256GB of internal storage. It is powered by 4500 mAh battery with 44W fast battery charging support. It was released in black and blue colors. Samsung A90 5G smartphone was launched in 3rd September 2019. The phone comes with a 6.7-inch Super AMOLED touchscreen display with an aspect ratio of 20:9. It is powered by an octa-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 7nm processor. It comes with 8GB of RAM. As far as the cameras are concerned, the Samsung A90 5G on the rear packs triple camera setup consisting of a 48MP main shooter and a 8MP ultra-wide lens along with a 5MP depth sensor. There is a 32MP camera on the front for selfies. This device is based on Android 9.0 Pie and packs 128GB of inbuilt storage. It is powered by a 4500 mAh battery with 25W fast battery charging support. It was launched in white and black colors. Xiaomi Mi Mix 3 5G smartphone was launched in February 2019. The phone comes with a 6.39-inch touchscreen display with an aspect ratio of 19.5:9. It is powered by an octa-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 processor. It comes with 6GB of RAM. As far as the cameras are concerned, the Mi Mix 3 5G packs dual camera setup. On the rear there is a 12MP primary camera with an 1.8 aperture and a second 12MP camera with an 2.4 aperture. On the front there is a 24MP primary camera and a second 2MP camera. It runs MIUI 10 based on Android 8.1 and packs 128GB of inbuilt storage. It is powered by a 3800 mAh non-removable battery. The Mi Mix 3 5G supports wireless charging as well as proprietary fast charging. It was launched in onyx black and sapphire blue colors. LG V50 ThinQ 5G was launched in May 2019. The phone comes with a 6.4-inch OLED touchscreen display with an aspect ratio of 19.5:9. It is powered by an octa-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 chipset. It comes with 6GB of RAM. As far as the cameras are concerned, the V50 ThinQ on the rear packs triple camera setup consisting of a 12MP main camera along with another 16MP ultra-wide and 12MP telephoto lens. There are two cameras on the front for selfies, one is 8 and another is 5MP. This device is based on Android 9.0 Pie and packs 128GB of inbuilt storage that can be expanded via microSD card up to 1TB. It is powered by a 4000 mAh battery with 18W fast charging support. It was launched in new Aurora black color. Xiaomi Mi 9 Pro 5G smartphone was released in September 2019. The phone comes with a 6.39-inch Super AMOLED touchscreen display with an aspect ratio of 19.5:9. It is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 6. This device is powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 Plus 7nm processor. It comes with 12GB of RAM. As far as the cameras are concerned, the Xiaomi Mi 9 Pro 5G smartphone on the rear packs triple camera setup consisting of a 48MP main shooter and a 12MP telephoto lens and a 16MP ultra-wide lens. There is a 20MP camera on the front for selfies. This device is based on Android 10 and packs 512GB of internal storage. It is powered by 4000 mAh battery with 40W fast battery charging support and 30W fast wireless charging support. It was released in dream white and titanium black colors. Vivo Nex 3 5G smartphone was launched in September 2019. The phone comes with a Super AMOLED 6.89-inch touchscreen display with 93.6% screen-to-body ratio. It is powered by octa-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 Plus 7nm processor. It comes with 12GB of RAM. As far as the cameras are concerned, the Vivo Nex3 5G on the rear packs triple camera setup consisting of a 64-megapixel primary camera and a 13-megapixel telephoto lens and a third 13-megapixel ultra-wide lens. There is a single 16-megapixel motorized pop-up camera for selfies. It runs FunTouch 9.1 OS on top of Android 9 Pie and packs 256GB of inbuilt storage. This device is powered by a 4500 mAh battery with 44W fast charging support. After years of walking in the shadows of Apple and Samsung, the Chinese phone maker is stepping into the light and forging a new path with its new Android smartphone, the OnePlus 7 Pro 5G. With a premium glass and metal design, a sharper notch-free display, a pop-up selfie camera, a faster and more responsive in-display fingerprint sensor, and a triple camera system on the rear, the OnePlus 7 Pro has more than enough going for it. That said, the OnePlus 7 Pro 5G is still cheaper than the top phones from Samsung, Apple, Sony and Huawei. It comes with a 6.67-inch Fluid AMOLED display, free of notches, punch-hole cameras and any oversized bezels. The front of the phone is pretty much all screen and it looks great. It is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 7nm chipset. It comes with 12GB of RAM. There's triple camera setup around the back of the OnePlus 7 Pro with Sony's 48-megapixel sensor as main snapper and a 8-megapixel telephoto and a 16-megapixel wide-angle lens. There is a 16-megapixel motorized pop-up camera for selfies. With 4000 mAh battery, it could last more than a day on a single charge. The Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus is the best smartphone available right now. It's a big phone that's designed for big hands, and it takes the very best of what's on the smartphone market and puts it together in a compelling package that we have loved testing. The Super AMOLED 6.4-inch display has been measured as the very best around, with super colors, great dynamic range and essentially the very best viewing experience you can have on a mobile phone. The default resolution is Full HD+, but you can crank it to QHD+, and it's very sharp, with HDR10+ for superior contrast and color. That's a very important feature if you are a movie watcher on your phone. Plus, there's a fingerprint scanner embedded in the display. The battery life on the Galaxy S10 Plus is an improvement over the S9 Plus, thanks to the larger 4100 mAh battery inside. It will easily reach bedtime with double digits still left in the tank. The S10 Plus also offers Samsung new wireless power share, allowing you to wirelessly charge other devices on the rear of the handset. The back has a triple lens camera that takes normal, telephoto and new ultra-wide photos. You can capture more of what's in front of you without having to take few steps back. The Galaxy S10 Plus is packed full of the best Samsung has to offer, and it comes together to give you the best smartphone experience around right now. Huawei Mate 30 Pro 5G smartphone will be launched in October 2019. The phone comes with a 6.53-inch OLED touchscreen display with an aspect ratio of 18.5:9. It is powered by an octa-core HiSilicon Kirin 990 7nm processor. It comes with 8GB of RAM. As far as the cameras are concerned, the Huawei Mate 30 Pro 5G on the rear packs quad camera setup consisting of a 40-megapixel main shooter and a 8-megapixel telephoto lens and a 40-megapixel ultra-wide lens along with a 3D time-of-flight camera. There are two cameras on the front for selfies. One is 32 megapixel and another is 3D time-of-flight sensor. This device is based on EMUI 10 on top of Android 10 and packs 256GB of inbuilt storage. It is powered by a 4500 mAh battery with 40W fast battery charging and 27W wireless charging support. It was launched in black, space silver, cosmic purple, emerald green, orange and forest green colors. Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus 5G smartphone was launched on 7th August 2019. The phone comes with a dynamic AMOLED 6.8-inch touchscreen display with an aspect ratio of 19:9. It is powered by a 1.9 GHz octa-core Samsung Exynos 9825 processor that features 4 cores clocked at 1.9 GHz, 2 cores clocked at 2.4 GHz, and 2 cores clocked at 2.7 GHz. It comes with 12 GB of RAM. As far as the cameras are concerned, the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus 5G on the rear packs quad camera setup consisting of a 12 megapixel primary camera with an 1.5 to 2.4 aperture, a second 16 megapixel ultra-wide lens with an 2.2 aperture, a third 12 megapixel telephoto lens with an 2.1 aperture, and a fourth time-of-flight 3D VGA camera. The rear camera setup has face detection autofocus. There is a 10 megapixel camera on the front for selfies with an 2.2 aperture. The front camera also features autofocus. The Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus 5G runs One UI based on Android 9 Pie and packs 512 GB of inbuilt storage that can be expanded via microSD card up to 1 TB. It's a dual SIM smartphone that accepts nano SIM and nano SIM cards. This device is powered by a 4300 mAh battery with 45 watt fast charging support. It also supports 15 watt fast wireless charging. This smartphone also supports face unlock. It was launched in Aura Black, Aura Glow and Aura White colors.